So here are all the prospecting methods to get new high-ticket clients for your digital marketing agency. What's up everybody, my name is Jordan, and today's video, this is part one of a little mini training series that I'm putting together. So if you want to learn how to grow your agency, scale it to 6 figures, then make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, because this is part one of a series where I'm going to go through exactly what you need to do to start, getting clients, fulfilling the services, and automating your agency so that you can start scaling your social media marketing agency or digital marketing agency. So in today's video, I'm going to be really focusing on how to get new clients, because that's kind of like the biggest question in, starting and growing your agency is where can I get my first, or how am I going to get my first client? So I pretty much listed I don't know if I might be missing some, but I listed most of the most popular methods to get you new clients for your agency. So I have listed here, I have cold calling, cold emailing. You can get your clients from LinkedIn, Facebook groups, website outreach, networking events, paid ads. All right, so I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to use these methods to get yourself new clients by using my automated delegation system, right? Because look guys, if you are just starting out your agency, or maybe you did start your agency and you're stuck at around 3 to 4 clients or whatever it is, and you're having trouble scaling your agency to 6 figures, and the reason why you're having those issues is because you're doing a lot of manual work, and when you're doing manual work, you're not going to be able to focus on growing your business, right? If you're so busy working inside your business, then you're not going to have time to focus on scaling and making the decisions to grow your agency. All right, so in this type of business, in order to grow your agency, grow your business, it's really a numbers game. So you need to focus on reaching more people, right? Instead of just reaching out to a few people, personally, manually calling someone, emailing someone. It's not going to get the job done. Yes, you're going to have that personalization, but you can have tools and all that to take care of all that for you. So I just remembered Loom Outreach. Okay. All right. So let's just start with the first option here. Okay. So one of the most popular methods is cold calling, right? When it comes to SMMA, getting clients, cold calling is probably like the top thing that people tell you to do when first starting out, right? That's what I did when I started out my agency, and I quickly realized that this cold calling stuff wasn't for me, and I actually built up and scaled my agency to 6 figures without cold calling whatsoever. But right now I'm actually looking for more ways to scale my agency, so I'm actually going to be implementing a cold calling system inside of my agency to book more appointments so that we can turn those appointments into new clients. So if you are a new agency owner and you don't have the problem of picking the phone, talking to business owners, and just getting better at it, then that is an option for you. But for those of you who aren't comfortable with picking up the phone and cold calling people and getting rejected and stuff like that, if you don't like that stuff, like myself, you don't have to do that. I would say cold calling is good for obviously when you're at the beginning of your agency, and this goes for everybody. If you are just starting out your agency, then you're going to obviously be putting in a little bit more manual work because you don't have the funds, or if you don't have the funds to invest in automating your agency with systems and tools and stuff like that, then you're going to have to do manual work. That's like, you can't get around that. But if you're willing to spend a little bit of money and automate parts of your system with tools and stuff like that, building up systems, then that is kind of like, that's like the destination that you want to get to as soon as possible. You want to automate your agency as quickly as possible, but I know for some of you guys don't have the funds, so you guys are gonna have to do manual work, and that's something that's totally okay. That's what I did, and I try to just figure out what works and what didn't work for me, right? So when I first started out, when I first started out my agency, I did the whole cold calling stuff. I didn't like it. I didn't really see too many results from it because I wasn't able to do enough volume, right? I would manually make these cold calls to about 5 to 10 people, and I would quit because I just wasn't comfortable with it. I wasn't good with it. I didn't like doing it. I didn't have any desire to get better at it. So, I had to find other ways that worked for me, right? So just because cold calling didn't work for me, I'm not saying that's not going to work for you, right? You might be a much better, salesperson than I am. You might be a better cold caller. You might be more comfortable than I am. So, try it out and see if it works for you, right? All these methods there's no right or wrong, right? It's whatever works for you. If it works for you, great, keep doing it. And then try to automate it. But if it doesn't work, then just go to the next thing and try to figure out, like I said, what works for you. All right. So that's cold calling. Like I said, right now we're in the middle of trying to implement systems by automating it, and I'm bringing on a cold calling agency where they're going to be making about 150 to 200 cold calls per day. And what they're saying is they're going to be getting me about I think it was anywhere between 15 to 25 appointments per week. Now these appointments are going to lead into intro calls, right? Now most of you guys that know me, I don't really like the whole intro call stuff, but I'm kind of revamping my whole agency where I'm implementing cold callers, and I'm going to have closers that's going to take my intro calls and my sales calls for me. Before all this implementation, I created my systems, right, to send, to do all these prospecting outreach. I would try to automate. I would pick, 1 or 2 or 3 of these that I could automate, right? Because obviously I didn't have a ton of funds when I first started out, and I would send that to my VCL system to do all the pre-selling, all the closing for me, because obviously I would hop on these sales calls prior and I wasn't able to close these people. So I needed to create some type of system to kind of pre-sell and get these prospects sold on my services before me having to hop on these calls. So that's why I have my VCL system in place, and I'll go more in depth a little bit later. I'm going to dive a lot more into it in the second part of the video, where I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to create a VCL system, how to get your prospects pre-sold on your services before you hop on a call with them, right? So that's really important if you want to increase your closing rate. If you're not good at closing or whatever, the VCL system is going to take care of pretty much your closing systems inside your agency, right? And then from there they would book an appointment and I would hop on the sales calls, but now I have that automated, right? So I had a closer that would hop on my sales calls for me, and all these leads were already warmed up from my VCL system, so they would just hop on and close them. So I'm going to create, like I said, a whole series on it. Today's video I just want to focus on the the prospecting methods and then how to automate these systems, so that you can use it and grow and start your own agency. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs if you see value in this video. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you want to stay updated on it. All right, so my closing agency, or my cold calling appointment business agency people, whatever, they're going to be making 150 to 200 cold calls per day. Out of that, 15 to 25 appointments per week, and that's going to go into my intro call, where then they're going to be taken if they are interested, if they are qualified for, if they're a good fit for us. Then we're going to schedule a second call. So this is a 2-call close demo presentation call, and that's where we're going to hop on a call with the prospects and we're going to take them through a journey. Essentially it's a call, a pitch deck presentation, and we're taking them through a journey of how our systems are going to get them results, right? So that's kind of like the sales call and things like that. So that's what I'm currently doing, and obviously we're going to be working on the scripts on how to book, increase our appointments rate, how to get more intro calls, and then how to get more intro calls to demo calls, and how we're gonna get demo calls to turn into new clients. So that's what I'm working on right now as far as my for my agency. So if you guys want to stay updated, I'm gonna definitely keep everyone updated on how my cold calling system does on my YouTube channel. So if you guys want to stay updated on that, I'll let you guys know how many clients I get from it, how we have it set up, my scripts and stuff like that. So that's all being worked on right now for my agency to scale. All right. So the second method here is cold emailing, right? That's something that you guys can easily do if you're starting out your agency. You can obviously use a tool called firehunter.io. It's a Google Chrome extension where if you go on the business's website, then that Chrome extension is going to automatically find emails associated with that website. So oftentimes you can find the business owner's email, and they can use that and then send out your cold email to them, and send them to your VCL. You can pitch some type of value, whatever it is, but starting some type of conversation to get them to hop on a call with you so that you can close them, right? So firehunter.io. And when I first started my agency, I was sending out about, I would scrape a list, right? Scrape a list of 500 to 1,000 emails in a specific niche, okay? And I would send out these emails to I would send out about 20 to 30 emails per day. And out of those 20, 30 emails per day, I would get, depending on what your messaging is, how competitive your niche is, you're going to get more or less responses, right? So I can't really tell you what your response is going to look like. But in a very competitive niche, I can tell you that it's going to be below 2%, right? So don't expect for everyone to reply to you. 2% competitive niche, okay? Or maybe even below 1%, to be honest with you. Below 1% to 2% in a competitive niche, okay? And these emails, you want to kind of not really pitch your services, right? You don't want to send out, hey, John, we are a digital marketing agency. We can get you new leads, 10, 20 leads per month, blah, 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 right? So kind of start up a conversation. Usually start off with a question. Hey, are you guys currently, are you guys currently accepting new clients? Are you guys currently accepting new leads? Hey, we are looking to partner with a, roofer in your area, in the Atlanta area, so that we can send your leads to you. Is this something you're interested in, right? And so, from there, you can kind of spark some type of conversation. That's really the goal of cold emailing, is to spark a conversation, not pitch your services, right? And one thing I guess I want you guys to remember is that in business, that people don't want to do business with you, because you have great features or whatever. People would do good business with you because you guys have some type of relationship, right? You're more likely to close them if you can build up some type of rapport, relationship, right? Because these businesses are, getting hounded every single day by marketing companies, right? If you didn't know that, now you do, right? They're getting hounded every single day by marketing business companies and stuff like that. So you got to find a way to stand out, right? Build up a relationship, add value. So don't just come out and pitch your services. You want to spark some type of conversation. You want to research your niche and understand what their wants and what their pain points are, right? So they can speak their language and ultimately get them to be interested in what you have to do. All right, so LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a really powerful strategy. I've actually landed a few of my clients from LinkedIn. And the thing with LinkedIn is that there are a ton of business owners on there. So it's great. Lots of business owners on there. And LinkedIn is sort of pretty much created, it's kind of a way for people to network, right? A way for businesses to network, so people are more open to doing business and stuff like that. But you have to understand that because that there are a lot of businesses on LinkedIn looking to network, there are also a lot of marketing companies on LinkedIn who are reaching out to these business owners as well, right? So you only really need a little small piece of the pie, but you always want to increase your chances, right? So in order to do that, you need to, obviously stand out. Now, the whole theme obviously is to stand out, be different. Don't, send a general message. Hey, are you looking to get new business? Hey, are you looking to get new leads? Hey, are you looking to get new clients, right? Stand out, be more personal. And there are automation tools that you can use to kind of automate your outreach within LinkedIn, and do it in a safe way, because LinkedIn doesn't like that you use automation tools and stuff like that. But if you stay within like a safe outreach, and these softwares will tell you what's a safe number is, to do your outreach. But there's Duck Soup, there is, and you can Google this and look more into it. Duck Soup, there's Meet Alfred, and then there's one more. There's LinkedIn Helper. Now, these were the tools that I used when I was automating my LinkedIn outreach and things like that. So you can do a little bit of research, just Google it. You might find something better now. There's new tools, but all these are pretty good. I personally used Meet Alfred and LinkedIn Helper myself, and they were great tools. LinkedIn Helper was very affordable. I think it was like $10 to $15 a month, while Meet Alfred was $30 a month, and I think it had a little bit more features. But ultimately, they both kind of do the same thing. They'll reach out, they'll send your message and connect with business owners that you're trying to target, right? So you can get very specific with it. You can target, for example, if you want to work with just financial planners or realtors, then Meet Alfred and these tools, they'll go ahead and do that for you. They'll just connect with people within your niche. They'll send your message or your template that you create, and it'll send out to those prospects for you. And the cool thing is that all the messages can be personalized as well, right? So you can say, hey, and then whatever their name is, we're looking for whatever their industry, their niches, to partner up in their location. So all the messages can be personalized, and that's powerful, because I see a ton of people on LinkedIn who send out general messages, and it's like no personalization whatsoever, and you're not standing out from all the other people that are sending the messages, right? So that's a way for you to stand out, is just personalization, and you always want to do that, right? So hopefully you're just picking up these things. Obviously, these little tips can be used in all these other prospecting methods, right? So you want to be have personalization all the time. So those are the tools for LinkedIn, right? And for cold emailing, there's a few tools as well. There's Mailshake. There's Gmass is a good one. That's something I've used myself. I've used Mailshake as well. There's Replyify, I believe. Maybe it's like that. Google it, look it up. Those are the three softwares that I use for my cold emailing myself. I personally use Gmass the most, because it was really affordable to me at the time. I think it's like $15 or $20 for the premium version. Mailshake and Replyify, I think it's a little bit more. It might be $30 or something like that. But look it up for yourself, okay? So those are the tools for that. Facebook groups is another great method for you to use. And I've recently been using Facebook groups. I've been more active in Facebook groups to get more white labeling clients. And what white labeling is basically it's the same term as drop servicing. Drop servicing is just a new made up word, but essentially white labeling is the original word for it. And basically what white labeling is basically you find a white labeling company to fulfill your services for you. So you find a company that is going to be an extension of your team and fulfill the services on your behalf. So they're going to be pretty much their own company, but act as if they're a part of your company, and they're going to be the ones that fulfill the services for your client. So you're pretty much the middleman, right? You find the client, and then you find a white labeling company, and the white labeling company is going to deliver the service for your client, and so you're going to be just collecting money as the middleman. All right. So that's Facebook groups. You can, post value, talk about the type of niche you're looking for, or maybe you can say, go into these Facebook groups and, share new marketing strategies, what you've been doing, what's been working for your clients, for whatever your niche is. And people are going to be interested in that, and from there hop on a call with you. So Facebook groups, my tip for that is to join groups in your niche. All right, so for example, if you want to work with plastic surgeons, right? You want to join plastic surgeons Facebook groups, right? You want to join realtors, real estate Facebook groups and things like that. And so you want to do that because that's where your prospects are hanging out, right? So find out where your prospects are hanging out, right? So if they're all hanging out in this specific Facebook group, then that's where you want to be, right? You don't want to join if your clients are dogs, you don't want to join a Facebook group full of cats, right? So you want to be where your prospects and your clients are hanging out, right? It sounds simple, but you don't need to overlook things. So yeah, that is a way. And then from there, it's all about posting value. You can post value, share what's been working, share what's working, or share new strategies, right? Share new strategies. And you're probably thinking, well, what if these people use my method for themselves, right? I'm not getting a new client. They're just going to steal my strategy and use it for themselves. And that is possible, right? That is something that would be likely to happen. But here's the thing, guys. Most plastic surgeons or whoever you reach out to, they only want to do what their career or what their job is, right? They don't want to be taking care of the marketing and fulfilling the service themselves, right? They don't want to be having to do everything. So that's why they're going to need your help. It's a lot easier for them to just pay you your fee, and then you take care of the whole marketing stuff. They don't have to figure out how to do things, how to set it up and stuff like that. So they can be able to save a lot of time, and they're still making money and you're making money. So everyone's happy, right? It's a win-win situation, and that's what business is about, right? It's a win-win for both parties. All right, so sharing new strategies and stuff like that, and people are going to be interested. All right, and so with white labeling, however, and that's what I've been doing, is I've been taking on other agencies. I'm the white labeler acting on someone else's behalf, right, by fulfilling the service, because I know that I can get results in a very specific niche. So I put myself out there. Hey, we've been able to get this X amount of results for this specific niche. If you guys are looking for help, then feel free to reach out, right? So I would have people who already have clients in that specific niche. They'll reach out to me. Hey, Jordan, we have a client of ours, and we see that you're great at getting results for these type of clients. What are your prices? What are your rates? How can we work together, right? So that's been very powerful, and you're working with other agency owners that already have clients. So you're going to be paid as a white labeler and as an extension of someone else's agency, right? So it's just another way for you to get methods. Now, obviously you can join Facebook groups within your niche. You can also join, my group. If you guys haven't joined my Facebook group yet, the link is in the description. And I believe it's titled Six Figure Digital Marketing Secrets, right? So you guys can join. And there's oftentimes people are looking for help. I have VAs inside the group that are willing to help you for cheap. You can hire them for very cheap to do whatever task you need them to do. All right, so website outreach, right? And this is very simple, guys. It's just going to the business's website and sending them a message, right? And that goes to kind of like cold emailing, but you're sending the message on their website, right? And sending them the message similar to cold email. So it's really the same strategy, but you're not cold emailing. You're sending your message through their website. On their website, they have like a contact me box. You can just send it through there. I'm not going to go too much into that. Networking events, I haven't done any of that, to be honest with you guys. The whole purpose of this digital marketing agency was to have location freedom. It was for me to not have to go to places to work, essentially. So to be honest with you, I haven't done this personally, but I know that there are people that do go to networking events. They network with business owners, and it works really well for them, right? Because you're able to connect with someone face to face, build that relationship, right? And essentially, make business out of it, right? So networking events, there are, Chamber of Commerce. I actually recently went to a Chamber of Commerce, but it was done through Zoom, so it was done online. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. But I didn't really want to go to it, but my friend is a part of something like that. I don't think it was a Chamber of Commerce. I think it was a BNI, Business Networking something. I don't even know what it stands for exactly. But he invited to me. He said, "Hey, come check it out. You can, possibly get new business, whatever." And I went to it one time. I had some opportunities to get new clients. They were going to refer me some new clients and things like that, but didn't get any new clients from that one meeting. But I'm not gonna count this out, guys. I know that this is a great method. It's just something that I haven't done personally. So you can try it and see how it works for you. Loom outreach. This is sending videos, personalized videos to business owners, and really what this is you're just creating a video, right? You can do it through Loom. It's really simple. It's a software. It's absolutely free. You can just install into your computer, create the video. It will be saved onto the Loom servers, and you can just send that link to the business owner for them to open and check out your video. But essentially what it is that you're creating a video and you're sharing what the business owner is currently doing that could be improved on, right? So you would say, "Hey John, I see that your website is really beautiful, but you don't have Google Analytics installed, you don't have Facebook Pixels installed, and so you're missing out on a lot of traffic that could be turned into new clients. You can't and you can retarget these people who are interested in your services, right?" So whatever it is, right, some type of value video. It's quick, maybe 1 to 5 minutes, whatever it is, and send it to the business owner, and that's to get them interested, right? They're like, "Hey, Jordan, took the time to take a look at what I'm doing, see things I can improve on, right? I'm interested. Let's hop on a sales call," and whatever, right? So that's personalized videos. And the thing with this, guys, is that you can't really do volume, right? Can't do volume because these videos are personalized, right? Now obviously you could kind of what you can do is really create a general video about something that you do, sharing systems that work for a specific niche, and then changing the introduction, right? So all you would have to do is, "Hey John," and then it would skip to the part where, or a little cutscene, and it'll cut to the part where we've been doing X amount of work for people just like you in your niche, and here are the results that we got, right? So that way it can save you time. You don't have to shoot a whole 5-minute video every time, and just change up that intro, but keeping that meat, that value, general, or very specific to that niche, right? So whatever it is, so you're not going to be able to really create a personalized improvement and audit for that business, but that's going to be how you do that. So you can't do volume with the Loom outreach, but that is an option for you. Change intro. Now lastly is paid ads, right? Now personally I haven't done any paid ads for my agency. I've been able to scale my agency from scratch to 6 figures by doing cold emailing, LinkedIn, and some Facebook groups, and website outreach, right? And then from there I just send it to my VCL, and then from there we hop on a sales call. Right, so those are the methods that I've done so far. So I haven't done any paid ads, but I know that paid ads, if done right, you can scale your agency. And I wouldn't really recommend you start doing paid ads if you are a beginner, if you just started out your agency, if you still looking for your first few clients. Then paid ads, it really isn't the way, because it's expensive, right? It's expensive because you have to pay for ads, and it's going to be even more expensive if you're not doing it right. Okay, so if you're not doing it right, you're spending money, you're not getting new clients, you're not gonna be very happy. So it's expensive, so you're gonna need funds, right? You're gonna need a good amount of funds, and I would say $1,000 minimal to run paid ads, just to see what type of results you get. You might get a cost per phone call might cost you, $300. So if that is worth it to you, then you can continue doing that. But if not, I wouldn't recommend doing paid ads until you are ready to scale, right? That means you have clients already, you're having a consistent income from your marketing agency that now you're looking for ways to scale. So you're going to take some of that money and put it into paid ads to try to get more clients out of it, right? So that's paid ads. Like I said, I haven't done it myself, and I rather would do these other methods before doing paid ads, and eventually I might do paid ads later on, but for now I like these methods of not having to pay for ads and stuff like that. So that has been has worked a lot better for myself. All right, so those are all the ways to pretty much prospect, guys, to get yourself new clients. I know you guys are always asking, what are the different ways to prospect, how to get clients? Well, this is pretty much the most popular ways to get new clients. Now, I will share with you guys, if you guys stayed all the way to the end, I'm going to give you guys a little bonus here of how to really get things moving, right? So obviously you can use softwares and tools and stuff that automate your agency, automate these systems and stuff like that. But really, the secret sauce is in just hiring a specialist, right? Hiring a virtual assistant that specializes in that system, right? So that's really my automated delegation system. That's what it's really about, guys, is bringing on someone who's already trained in cold emailing or cold calling, LinkedIn, whatever it is. And you can really hire them. You can tap into the global market and hire them for very cheap. Someone from the Philippines or wherever they are, and you can hire them for $2 to $3 per hour, and that's very effective, guys. And that's how you're going to be able to really, that's how you're going to be able to really get the ball rolling. And that's oftentimes is probably even cheaper than some of the softwares and tools, right? So if you can just bring on a virtual assistant, put them in a Slack group chat and things like that to be in contact with them, then you're going to be up to date. You don't have to spend time figuring out how to set this stuff up yourself. You can just have someone that's already trained and already specialized in that. You don't have to worry about, what is the best message to send out with cold emailing. How do I make sure my emails aren't going to spam and things like that? So I have virtual assistants on my team. And that's been really beneficial for my students inside the course. They have access to all my VAs, and I'm currently bringing on more VAs, more team members to help out with each of these systems. So I'm not just bringing on any virtual assistant, but I make sure that they're legitimate, they know what they're doing before I introduce them to my students. So if you guys want to know more about that, you can check out the program, whatever, but I'm not going to promote that in this video. So you guys can hire a virtual assistant that specializes in any of these systems, whatever task you need, and they'll take care of that. So you can find them on freelancer.com. You can go to upwork.com, elance.com. Now, I've only personally used upwork.com, and I still use upwork.com, and that's where I find all my virtual assistants. You can also find virtual assistants inside Facebook groups, right? They're looking for jobs, right? So they're joining, they know that you are a potential client, so they're joining these Facebook groups and offering their services, right? So you can join my Facebook groups, you can post up whatever help that you need in, and I'm sure a VA will reply to you. I'm not saying that they are verified from me. I'm not introducing any of that because I have my own VAs that I introduce to my students. So, that's just a little precautionary. I just want to let you guys know. So I can't tell you guys that they are a good VA or not, but it's your job, your duty to interview them and see if they are a good fit for your business, right? So I pretty much covered a lot here, guys. So if you guys saw a lot of value in this video, make sure you guys drop it a big thumbs up, and then just drop a comment. Let me know that you guys made it all the way to the end. If you guys made it to the end, you guys are a real one. I know this video had pretty long, but I hope I dropped a ton of value in this video. This is the exact same thing that I'm teaching inside of my program. Obviously it's not a walkthrough step by step, but this is the general idea of what I do for my agency to grow it, and how I've been helping other students scale their agency as well. So these are the exact methods, and this is how we prospect to get new high ticket clients for our agency, right? So in the next video, drop any questions you might have in the comment section, and I'll probably cover it in the I'll cover it in the next video. But in the next video, I'm going to cover more on the BCL. So make sure you turn on the notification bell. So if you want to learn how to pre-sell your prospects, how to increase your closing rate and stuff like that, I'm going to show you my BCL system. And then we'll talk about sales. We can talk about how to fulfill the services. I'll probably make that as my third video, how to fulfill the services to get amazing results for your clients so that they can stay on board with you and paying you every single month. All right, so I hope you guys are excited. I sure am. This is part 1 of the series. I don't know how long it's going to be, but it's a mini training to teach you guys how to get started and scaling your agency, how to get new clients, how to fulfill the service, how to close, and all of that stuff, right? So all that is going to be my mini training. I have a Facebook group, obviously you guys know. That link is going to be in the description if you want to join that. I have a free webinar training. I believe it is 80 to 90 minutes long, and it's going to teach you my systems as well. If you guys don't want to wait for the full mini training to be put out, and that link is going to be in the description. So make sure you guys subscribe, give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.